Queen Elizabeth II's Director of Communications told a News Corp executive in the summer of 2017 it seemed an appropriate time to draw a line under the matters between publisher NGN and the firm, according to an email used in the High Court claim brought by Prince Harry. The royal aide also spoke of outstanding business between the Murdoch family's News Corp and the royal household over alleged phone hacking, according to another email message. The Duke of Sussex is suing NGN, the publisher of The Sun and the now-defunct News of the World, accused by the fifth in line of unlawful information gathering. The publisher, which is asking the judge to throw out the royals' claim arguing it was brought too late, has previously settled a number of claims since the phone hacking scandal broke in relation to the News of the World. However, it has repeatedly denied any unlawful information gathering took place at The Sun. The Duke's lawyers said Harry's bid is an attempt to go behind what was described as a secret agreement, of which Harry was informed in 2012, between the royal family as an institution and NGN, or its parent companies News UK and News Corp. Representing Harry, David Sherborne said emails between the late Queen's then Director of Communications Sally Osman, Chief Executive of News Corp Robert Thomson and CEO of News UK Rebecca Brooks were consistent with there being such an agreement. But Anthony Hudson KC, for NGN, said that while communications show discussions took place between the palace and NGN in 2017 to 2018 about resolving outstanding issues relating to allegations of voicemail interception, they do not provide any support for a suggestion that there was an agreement by which NGN would forego its right to bring a limitation defense in response to any claims by members of the royal family. One of the emails used in Harry's claim dates back to June 17, 2017 and represents an exchange between Ms. Osman and Mr. Thomson. After thanking him for a recent visit, Elizabeth II's aide said, given that there are now no formal criminal proceedings involving News or the royal household, it seems an appropriate time to draw a line under such matters between our two institutions, with a view to facilitating untainted and normal business relations in the future. The fact that we can have this conversation, with the Queen's full authority and knowledge of the scale and effect of hacking and surveillance on her family, their staff, associates, friends and family, is important with a view to resolution in the near future. A different email from Ms. Osman to Mr. Thomson sent on December 11, 2017 stated the late Queen was aware the pair had spoken. The message also read, I do hope that we can reach an understanding that resets the relationship with News and satisfies what many feel is unfinished business. The email also mentioned Prince Harry's wedding, that was celebrated in May the following year, saying, from a royal household perspective, given we have big events like CHOG, Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, in April and a wedding in May, getting a sense of possibility and timescale would be helpful as new chapters begin. The High Court had heard Harry saying in a witness statement made public on Tuesday he wanted to push for resolution over his phone hacking allegations and get an apology from NGN's owner Rupert Murdoch in 2017, before his nuptials with the Duchess of Sussex. At the time, he sought and obtained permission from his grandmother to pursue a resolution. He said, I spoke to her shortly afterwards and said something along the lines of, are you happy for me to push this forward, do I have your permission? And she said, yes. Ms. Osman, Harry continued, was then given the green light to approach senior executives at NGN on behalf of the institution, Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, William and me, to broker a resolution and an apology from Mr. Murdoch. In March 2018, 2 months before the Sussexes' wedding, the late Queen allowed a further note to be sent in which was expressed an increased sense of frustration at the lack of response and engagement from NGN. An email dated March 2, 2018 from Ms. Osman to Mr. Thompson read, "Things have clearly moved on since we met late last year in terms of the deal with Disney, Fox etc. and ongoing UK civil action settlements. Our calendar is also full with job preparations for April and a significant wedding in May. Assuming you received my email of December 11 last year, following our very genial and I thought constructive meeting, I was somewhat disappointed not to receive an acknowledgement, let alone a reply. I do, of course, appreciate that business is busy. However, there is also an increasing sense of frustration here at the lack of response or willingness to engage in finding a resolution to what is considered outstanding business between the royal household and News Corporation. The hope is still to find a resolution without involving lawyers. However, if we do not receive a response and a sense of what might be done and by when, then we will need to reconsider." Mr. Thompson replied the same day, apologizing for the lack of reply and explaining he had been traveling. We'll be bringing you the very latest updates, pictures and video on this breaking news story. Stay up to date with all the big headlines, pictures, analysis, opinion and video on the stories that matter to you.